Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while, but I'm making pumpkin cinnamon rolls. Happy fall. In this bowl, I have a half a cup of, it's supposed to be pumpkin puree, but I don't have any. It's pumpkin pie filling, and also a third cup of brown sugar. I don't know why I just said that like that. And then one large egg. I also, in this bowl, had earlier put in cinnamon. Wrong time to put in cinnamon, but it's okay. This is a third cup of melted butter. And just mix that all together. This is a packet of active dry yeast. I had to activate it in some warm milk. And I'm pretty sure this is also a third cup of milk. This is going to make your house smell like fall. I love fall. All this time of year, it's just, I love it. I love the decorations, everything. In this bowl, I have 2.5 cups of flour. You will need a hell of a lot more flour. A quarter teaspoon of salt, and this is where you should add in your cinnamon. I only put it in a little bit because of how I put it more earlier in with the liquids. And now I'm going to do it in variations of mixing in the flour. Usually whenever I start a thing off with flour, I will whisk and then switch from my whisk to my spatula and then dump out some flour onto my work surface and knead the dough. Okay, I just have a little bit of vegetable oil in this bowl so that my dough does not stick. I let this rise for 2.5 hours, either between 2 to 3 hours is a good timing for your dough to rise. This is it risen, doubled in size. Just smash it a little bit, let some of the air come out, and because of that oil, it just slips right out of the bowl. Now I'm going to knead this. When I kneaded it previously, I kneaded it until it wasn't very sticky anymore. And now I'm just gonna roll it till I feel comfortable enough that it is, if it got a little sticky during the rising process, this is where all the flour, takes all of that stickiness away. But it's not gonna be a dry cinnamon roll. I've never made a dry cinnamon roll in my life. Now go ahead and take a rolling pin and roll it out to about 8 or 9 inches by 15 inches. This is the perfect size whenever I go to make any type of cinnamon roll. For the filling, I'm doing regular classic cinnamon and sugar, and then putting that aside and rubbing butter on the inside. Most recipes I know say to add in melted butter, but I don't do that. I think it's unnecessary because it's messier that way. And I notice that sometimes my sugar and cinnamon mixture doesn't always stick. So having just regular hot country or whatever like spread works fine. And then I'm also adding some of that pumpkin pie mix into the middle of my cinnamon rolls before I go on ahead and sprinkle on the cinnamon sugar. Now I'm just going ahead and rolling it up. I am sorry about the camera angle. I had this in my camera in a corner, like next to like the cabinet, so I couldn't like stick my head over and see if it was properly being seen. At least you're getting half of it. But I do apologize for the angle. Okay, so now you're gonna go ahead and you don't have to cut your ends off. I just do, it's just the thing that I do. But I usually cut my cinnamon rolls into 12 and place them into a oiled 9 by 13 inch glass baking pan. You don't have to put it in a glass. It's just what I always do, and my cinnamon rolls always come out very nicely. And also, the end parts that I cut off don't go to waste. Whatever leakage I have, I will roll out that little piece and then put whatever falls out, like all that pumpkin puree, I will put it in there and bake it off with the rest of my cinnamon rolls. Okay, after you put them in your baking pan, you have to let them rise for about another hour and a half with a tea towel over top. And here's me just making the frosting for the top. Every cinnamon roll has to have a frosting. But I have 4 ounces of cream cheese, and I'm adding in like a whole bunch of powdered sugar. And then adding in about a tablespoon or two of milk, and then adding in more powdered sugar after that. I also did, since I didn't have vanilla, I added in a little bit of syrup. You don't have to, you can add in vanilla, it's whatever your preference is. But I also did do a cream cheese one because it's pumpkin and cream cheese, they go the fuck together. And then I did add in some cinnamon here at the end. Before I went ahead and poured it over top of my beautifully done pumpkin cinnamon rolls. And I will say I tried to be a perfectionist when spreading this out because I literally spent like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, a long time spreading this over the tops of these cinnamon rolls. I only edited it out here because it will take off the rest of the whole video. But these are the cinnamon rolls. I hope you try and enjoy, and happy fall. Wonderful time of the